Some say they don't exist, others believe they've always been watching. But what if someone actually caught them on camera? These clips show moments that feel impossible.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now.
Glowing light appears out of nowhere, and mysterious figures caught on camera. This son sat beside his father during his last hours, softly singing to him as the sun rose. At exactly 6:20 a.m., just after his father's final breath, something unexpected appeared. A soft, flickering orb slowly lifted from his father's body and floated gently away. The son believes his dad waited for that moment to feel loved, seen, and not alone. He keeps the footage, not for proof, but as a sign that his father left in peace. Rippling baptism. During a quiet lakeside baptism, something weird but kinda beautiful happened. Right as the chanting started, the water began to ripple, softly and slowly. There was no wind, no boats, nothing around. Just smooth, gentle waves forming patterns like the lake itself was responding. Everyone nearby just stood there, speechless. Some say it was a spiritual presence, something holy in the water. Whatever it was, it turned a simple moment into something unforgettable. Mountain light. On May 26, 2025, people in Mancherial, India, spotted something wild in the sky. A glowing orb, bright but super calm, floated down near a mountain and just stayed there. Tons of locals saw it. Some even said it felt peaceful, like it was meant to be there. Nobody's been able to explain what it was, but now people call it the Mountain Angel. No one knows why it showed up, but whatever it was, it left the whole town staring at the sky, waiting for answers. Cow Guardian. One night on a quiet farm, the CCTV camera caught something that made the owner stop and stare. A cow was standing still, completely focused on something the camera couldn't see at first. Then, a faint, glowing figure appeared. It reached out gently, like it was patting the cow's head, and then faded out without a sound. The farmer said it reminded him of someone who used to care deeply for the animals, and he now believes that presence came back just for a moment to bring peace and comfort to a creature they once loved. Church Angel. It was a slow night when the guard heard soft noises echoing through the church halls. He checked the pews, walked the aisle, but found nothing out of place. Later, while skimming through the security footage, his calm turned into silence. A small, faint figure was walking behind him, quiet, distant, almost like a child. It didn't follow for long. After a few steps, it simply turned away and faded. The church has always felt peaceful, but that night, it felt protected, like something gentle was keeping watch too. Hospital appearance. In a hospital known for weird late-night stories, the security cam picked up something subtle but strange. Just past midnight, with no one in sight, a sliding door slowly opened, then shut again. Smooth and quiet, like someone invisible had just walked through. It didn't slam, didn't glitch, just moved gently, like it had purpose. People who saw the footage didn't think it was a fault. They believed it was something or someone passing through, most likely an angel doing rounds in a place that sees both endings and beginnings every day. Silent shadow. One evening, a family noticed something odd near their hallway. A long shadow slid across the wall, moving like someone was walking, but no one was there. The lights were steady, there were no reflections, and no one else in the house. The shape disappeared without a sound. It wasn't the last time they saw it either. Since then, that same shadow has shown up a few more times, never doing anything, just moving through and fading away. Now they believe it's a quiet spirit, not there to scare them, just there, passing through like it always has. Shoulder tap save. A guy was standing too close to the edge of a busy road, completely unaware a car was coming fast. Out of nowhere, this stranger tapped him on the shoulder and pulled him back, just in time. The car zoomed by, missing him by inches. When he turned to thank the person, they were gone, like actually gone. The camera caught it all, but nobody could figure out who that person was. They showed up, saved a life, and disappeared like it was nothing. Hospital shadow. Back in 2017, a man was resting in his hospital bed when something strange happened. A dark blur moved quickly across the room, and completely unnoticed by anyone inside. But the security camera caught it. It wasn't smoke. It wasn't a person. Nurses came rushing in, but by then, the shadow had disappeared. Some believe it was his spirit leaving the body. Others say it was something else entirely, something we weren't meant to see. Either way, the footage still exists, and no one's been able to explain it. Mysterious moment in Tapao. Around 15 years ago, Tapao Hill in Vietnam became the center of something people still whisper about today. Locals had long claimed to see the Virgin Mary, but most didn't take it seriously. Then someone caught it on camera. A quiet crowd stood in prayer, and then the figure glowed. Not a trick of light, not a statue. It shifted, just a little, just enough. The crowd froze. Some gasped, others cried. In that single moment, it went from rumor to reality. Tapao hasn't been the same since. Lifted spirit. Inside a hospital in China, a security camera picked up something no one was ready for. Right after a patient passed, the camera turned to the bed and something rose up. A hazy shape floated above the body for a few seconds, then disappeared. At first, the staff brushed it off as a tech issue, but the more they watched it, the more it shook them. It wasn't a glitch. It didn't jump or flicker. It moved like it had purpose. Man's best friend. Late one night, a man heard a strange growl outside his trailer. Thinking it was just a wild animal, he checked his security camera. But what showed up wasn't normal. A soft, smoky figure hovered near the edge of the screen, then slowly faded into the darkness. He's convinced it looked just like his old dog, the one he grew up with. The shape, the way it stood there, it all felt too familiar. Some say pets don't really leave. Maybe they stay behind, quietly watching over the ones they loved, even long after they're gone. Blue presence.
Watched it for half an hour, and then actually I see it move. That's really, I got freaked out.
In Parma, Ohio, a gas station worker checking security footage noticed something strange. A glowing blue shape floated into view, slow and steady. It hovered just above a parked car like it was observing. Then, without warning, it vanished. People offered guesses. A drone, a balloon. But none of those felt right. The way it moved wasn't random. It was smooth, quiet, almost like it had intent. The video spread fast. Everyone had a theory, but the truth behind the blue glow is still a mystery.
Knows for sure. Everyone seems to have an idea.
Oh, a bag.
It looks like a plastic bag to me.
Angels. There's an angel here.
Angel in mosque. It happened during a peaceful prayer inside a quiet mosque. Among the worshippers dressed in simple, dark clothes, one figure seemed different. They weren't moving much, but a soft glow followed them, quiet and steady. It wasn't a reflection. It wasn't a glitch. The light moved with them, as if drawn to that person. Others started noticing too. The room felt different, like something gentle had entered, unseen but deeply felt. No one spoke, but the silence held something sacred. Whatever that light was, it felt like more than just coincidence. Standing watch. A quiet hospital hallway, an empty room. Just a camera recording the night shift. Nothing out of the ordinary. But when the footage was reviewed, a tall, shadow-like figure was seen beside the bed. It didn't move or react. It just stood there, hidden in the dark, like it had always been there. The room was locked. No staff had gone in, but the figure remained, as if guarding the space or waiting for someone to return. The footage lasted just minutes, but the uneasy feeling it left behind, that stayed with everyone who saw it. Gallery guest. Late one evening, a museum security camera picked up something hard to explain. A clear, see-through figure stood in front of a painting, perfectly still, as if it was admiring the art. Then, it started moving, slow, steady, and strangely graceful. You could see its legs, not like a shadow, but like someone really there. It didn't flicker or blur. It glided across the room like it belonged. The moment felt calm. Not scary, but definitely not normal. Maybe the past doesn't leave places like this. Maybe some guests never stop visiting. Final light. One night, during an emergency landing, a medical crew filmed a patient being rushed off a helicopter. But the footage caught something divine, a glowing shape rising into the air. At first, they thought it was just dust kicked up by the blades. But then came the update. The patient hadn't made it. That's when the glow meant something else. It wasn't fast or bright, just a gentle light moving upward. It made the team wonder if they'd captured something deeper, a quiet farewell caught on camera. River light. During a riverside baptism in Honduras, something strange and beautiful happened. As two people came up from the water, a soft mist formed above them. It didn't float around randomly. It framed them perfectly, glowing just enough to catch everyone's attention. The shape even looked a bit human. People nearby couldn't explain it. Why them? Why now? Some said it was just fog and sunlight, but those who were there felt something different. Angelic visitor. Chelsea was fading, 14 years old, surrounded by machines, and barely hanging on. Her family stood nearby, silent, hoping for any sign. Then something strange happened. A glowing shape appeared outside her hospital room, clearly seen on a nearby monitor. A nurse stared at it and whispered, "That looks like an angel." Minutes later, Chelsea's vitals started rising. She was breathing again. Her family didn't need to question it. That light, it wasn't just a reflection. It felt real, like something had stepped in. Not loud or dramatic, just quietly there, when they needed it most.
This image appeared up on the security monitor, and it was an image of an angel. And I thought, well, either that's the angel coming to take her to heaven, or it's an angel to say that she's getting better.
Upward drift.
For 545 live down here on Route 30, just short of the highway overpass.
After a serious crash, first responders rushed in to help, but it was a bystander's video that caught something else entirely. Above the car, a soft, glowing mist floated upward, slow and steady. Some thought it was just smoke, but when the driver was later confirmed gone, the glow started to feel like more than just heat and fumes. It wasn't fast or flashy. It was quiet, almost peaceful. For those who saw it, the moment didn't feel random. It felt like a final goodbye, something gentle leaving this world in silence. Angel in Michigan.
There's a lot of naysayers that make fun of it and whatever, and that's okay.
A man in Michigan was shocked when his motion camera snapped something wild. What looked like a glowing figure floating above his truck. At first, he didn't know what to think, so he sent it to his pastor. The reply? That's an angel. The shape looked bright, almost peaceful, like it was watching over the area. The man couldn't believe it, calling the photo unreal. Now he's sharing it everywhere, whether it was a trick of light or something more. It made him wonder if we're sometimes protected in ways we don't always see.
I do truly consider it a blessing. It's definitely an angel.
Highway fade. 8 years ago, a photo taken on a Kentucky highway started making the rounds online, but it wasn't the accident scene people noticed. In the background, above the wreckage, a faint human-like shape seemed to lift into the air. The image was supposed to honor the person who passed, but instead, it left people with chills. Was it just lighting, a smudge, or something more? Comment your thoughts below. Final glimpse.
A Metro Atlanta mom says it actually shows her son's ghost.
People often say they feel their loved ones around even after they're gone. For Jennifer Hodge in Metro Atlanta, that feeling turned into something more. One night, her security app went off. Motion detected. Thinking it was a break-in, she checked her phone and froze. The camera showed a hazy figure that looked just like her son, who had passed away months earlier. She searched the house, but no one was there. Now, Jennifer believes it wasn't her mind playing tricks. It was him. One last visit, one last goodbye she didn't know she needed until she got it.
Definitely tell that in the photo there is a human figure.
Spirit lifted. On a quiet street corner, a man lay sleeping, or so it seemed. As the night rolled on, a nearby camera recorded something hard to explain. A faint, see-through shape slowly floated up from the man's body, moving gently, almost like it was him, just lighter, softer. The figure mirrored him perfectly before drifting away. Viewers couldn't stop replaying it. Soul transfer. A regular CCTV clip turned into one of the creepiest videos online. It starts simple, a boy walking, then collapsing. But what came next? Unbelievable. A ghost-like shape leaves his body and floats directly into someone else nearby. No one moved, no one even noticed. But watching it back, you can't unsee it. It's not fast, it's calm, almost like it knew where to go. Maybe it wasn't random, maybe it chose. And now that person might not even realize they're carrying something that wasn't always theirs. Walk on water. During a rescue in Davao del Norte, Philippines, a man named Don Don jumped in to save a stray dog caught in rushing water. He managed to push it to safety, but didn't come back up himself. As people searched, someone recording caught something strange. A pale figure walked across the water's surface, calm, steady, like it wasn't held down by gravity anymore. It wasn't a glitch, it wasn't a shadow. Everyone who saw it felt the same thing. Dondon wasn't gone. Backyard presence. In this mysterious clip, a homeowner heard faint sounds in her backyard and peeked through the door, expecting an animal. What she saw instead was something tall and pale, calmly moving across the grass. The figure didn't run or look back. It started to slowly disappear, like it had finished what it came to do. Later, she said the moment didn't feel scary at all. Whatever this presence was very welcoming, like she'd just seen something not meant for this world. Silent crossing. A man shared security footage from outside his home, and it quickly went viral. In the video, a group of shadowy figures quietly walked out of a house, crossed the road, and passed straight through a solid wall. No sound, no hesitation, no trace left behind. Locals began calling them the angels of the town. It wasn't a glitch. Their slow, peaceful movement felt too real to ignore. And to this day, no one knows who or what those quiet visitors truly were. Silent visit. The security camera captured a normal, still night inside the house. Nothing seemed strange until one chair slowly slid across the floor, all by itself. There was no wind, no open windows, and no person or pet nearby. When the homeowners watched the footage later, they didn't panic. In fact, they felt a strange peace. To them, it wasn't creepy or evil. It felt more like a quiet visit from something good, something watching over them, just leaving a small sign behind before disappearing again. Sunday sermon. It was a regular Sunday service. With everyone singing, it was a peaceful atmosphere, and everyone focused on the choir. But the church's security camera caught something that no one noticed at the moment. Toward the back of the hall, a glowing light slowly formed. It wasn't just a flash. It took the shape of a figure with soft wings, shining gently like sunlight coming through stained glass. It didn't move or speak, but people later said they felt sudden warmth fill the room, like it joined in the prayer. A few seconds later, it faded away completely. When they reviewed the footage, it confirmed what many had already felt deep down. It wasn't a trick of light. It was something far more meaningful. Hospital tap.
It's so weird.
Is it you?
Is it me? It's not me.
It's motion sensor.
A mom was staying overnight with her daughter at a children's hospital in Arizona when something weird happened. Her daughter, calm but a little sick, started chatting with someone no one else could see. An imaginary friend, she said. The mom got curious and asked her daughter if this friend could do something. "Can he turn on the faucet?" she asked, half joking. The daughter smiled, gave a nod, and seconds later, the water turned on by itself. No one else touched it. It was quiet, gentle, and honestly, kind of sweet. Some say it could have been a kind spirit, just quietly letting the little girl know she wasn't alone.
Okay, do it one more time.
Do it one more time, please.
Shadow patient. While recovering in the hospital, one patient started noticing odd things around her room, flickering lights, cold spots, and the sense that she wasn't alone. One night, fed up and curious, she pulled out her phone and slowly recorded every corner of the room. At first, it looked normal, but later, when she reviewed the footage, her stomach dropped. A tall figure could be seen moving quietly across the background, almost blending into the shadows. Some people believe it was just a peaceful presence, but the strange energy and eerie colors in the clip cannot be explained. Unseen figure. Two security guards were doing their regular rounds in a quiet parking lot when they started hearing weird sounds. With flashlights in hand, they checked every corner but saw nothing unusual. But when the CCTV footage was reviewed later, something else showed up. A short, dark figure was standing completely still in the background. The guards had walked right past it without noticing. It didn't move, didn't react, just stood there until it slowly faded out. Some believe the camera caught something the human eye couldn't. A quiet presence, just watching and choosing to stay unseen. Mirror spirit. A young guy was chilling at home, filming a random video in his room. Everything seemed fine, until he turned toward the mirror. That's when he saw it. Behind him, there was a figure, tall, pale, witch-like. But when he turned around in real life, no one. The reflection, though, didn't vanish right away. It stayed for a few seconds before slowly fading. People online say it wasn't just a glitch or a trick of the light. Some believe he caught a glimpse of a spirit watching from the other side, through what might be more than just a mirror. Graveyard guest.
We have a few gravestones, but what you can't see because it's dark.
The reporter was mid-sentence, standing near an old cemetery, delivering a calm news update about strange local stories. Everything looked normal. Nothing felt off, until the footage was reviewed. Behind her in the distance, a dark figure was just standing. It didn't move, didn't shift. And nobody on set remembered seeing anyone else there, but the camera caught it. That shadowy form wasn't shaped like a tree, and it wasn't from any crew member. It stood completely still, like it had always been there, watching from beyond the gate. Rocking quietly.
Liam, come here. Liam, right now.
A babysitter was sitting quietly on the couch, watching TV with the child in an empty house. Suddenly, the chair next to her began to rock gently, moving back and forth, as if someone invisible was sitting there. Concerned, she called the child to her side for safety, but the child was too far away to be the cause. Feeling uneasy, she called the mother to check. When the mother arrived, they still couldn't explain what had happened. Some moments remain a mystery, leaving only a quiet, unsettling feeling behind.
Okay, I'm calling your mom. Just stay right here.
Rooftop Watcher. A short video taken inside a mosque in Indonesia has quietly unsettled viewers all over the world. It shows a group of kids sitting on the floor, calm and unaware. But on the rooftop above them, something strange appears. A pale figure, barely moving, watching in complete silence. Its face looks tired, drained, with a strange mix of sadness and quiet anger. No one noticed it in that moment, but the camera caught every second. White figure.
Hello?
Old churches carry a quiet kind of weight, and this one was no different. A man visiting a long-abandoned building walked inside, just looking around. But near the front pews, he froze. Sitting still in the shadows was a woman in white, skin pale, eyes empty. She didn't move, but something about the room shifted. The air felt colder, heavier. He backed away slowly, then turned and left without looking back. He still doesn't know if she was real, a spirit, or something else entirely. But one thing stuck with him. He hadn't been alone in that church.
Oh my God! What the?
Shadow Stalker. Weird stuff had already been going on in the house. Lights acting up, doors closing and opening on their own, and that feeling like someone was always watching. So the man finally set up a camera in the living room, and the next day, he checked the footage. He saw something was behind him, clear as day. A shadowy figure followed up the stairs. It didn't look like a human being. Its shape was just different, and what's creepy is that it was right behind the man, but he didn't hear anything, not even a single footstep. Invisible guest. A Facebook video taken in a hospital in Buenos Aires had people glued to their screens. Around 3 a.m., security footage showed the front door sliding open, like someone had walked in, but no one was there. A security guard standing nearby didn't seem confused. He picked up a clipboard, jotted something down, and even pulled out a wheelchair, gently guiding it like he was helping someone invisible. Later, the guard explained that he thought he was talking to a woman who needed help, but moments later, she was gone. The entrance stayed empty, and nothing ever came up on camera. Backpack save. Not every spirit shows up to scare you. Some might actually step in when it counts. In Seoul, Korea, a security camera captured a man walking home, completely unaware someone was trailing him. Just as the person reached for his backpack, a pale, ghost-like shape appeared behind them. Whatever it was, it worked. The would-be thief freaked out and ran off. The man had no idea what just happened, but thanks to that strange figure, nothing was taken. Maybe not all spirits stick around to haunt. Maybe some are just here to help. Still twins. While checking out an abandoned house, a man wandered through its dusty, silent rooms with nothing but his flashlight and camera. Everything seemed empty, until one moment changed everything. Inside one of the rooms, he saw two little girls just standing side by side, perfectly still, facing forward. He stepped back, heart racing, and when he looked again, they were gone. The room was empty like no one had ever been there. He never figured out who or what they were. Some think they were spirits left behind. Others believe they were something good, maybe even angels, showing up for reasons nobody can explain. Angelic house guest. It was one of those simple, happy nights. The couple stood outside their new place, taking a quick video to mark the start of something new. They were laughing, talking about their future inside that house. But when they re-watched the clip later, something made them stop. Behind the glass door, a tall figure with long hair and faintly glowing eyes was just standing there. They didn't see anything in the moment, but after chatting with neighbors, They heard stories about a spirit that's said to live there. Maybe it wasn't warning them, maybe it was welcoming them. Playing spirit. Late one night, a woman heard the sound of paws rushing through her hallway, but when she got up, the house was empty. Curious, she checked her CCTV, and what she saw left her frozen. Two soft, glowing shapes that looked like dogs ran through the hall. Her current dog lifted its head and quietly watched. Years ago, she had lost 2 beloved dogs, and now she believes they came back, just for a visit, just for a moment. It didn't scare her. It felt like home, remembering her back. Subscriber's pick. 2 people walking down a quiet street spotted a homeless man lying still by the roadside. At first, they thought he was just asleep, maybe needing help. As they got closer, they planned to wake him, maybe offer something to eat or drink. But before they could speak, something strange happened. A dark, misty shape began to rise from his body. It was smoky and slowly going upwards. They froze, watching in silence, a chill settling over them. That's when it hit. They weren't looking at someone asleep. He had quietly passed during the night, and whatever was rising, it didn't feel like steam or breath. It felt like they were watching something leave. His spirit, maybe, or something else they couldn't explain.